What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, coming at you today with another daily trade review. Today we're going to be reviewing trades that we took on March 15th, 2022. It was a wet and rainy day here in Florida, but we managed to keep our trades green, so that was a good day. But let's go ahead and see what we were looking at on the thumbnail watch list and see what we did on the chart. So let's go ahead, bring up the thumbnail watch list. This thing is a little slow, but as usual, we had the usual culprits on there. We had Apple, had AMD, we had Facebook, Microsoft, NVDA, added CVX again. We traded CVX yesterday. It didn't make the move that we were looking for it to make, but this morning it gapped down. So was able to get in a trade on that. We had mRNA, Moderna on the watch list. And these were two stocks here. Wasn't going to trade these, but I was watching them because some of the people in the chat room that I sit in were watching them and were possibly going to trade them. And one of the major YouTubers who trades online, he was trading this one here. I think he took a pretty significant loss on this one today, along with another trade. So I was just trying to watch it, see where he was possibly getting in, see what his thought process was. But volume was very light, and this thing was sketchy pretty much all day. But let's go ahead and get TraderView pulled up, take a look at what we were seeing and what we were trading. So there we go. And like I said, this was March 15th. We took 8 trades today, closed the day out up $83. And as you can see, we started off out the gate hot on CVX. This was a banger. This was a banger. I traded this in my main account as well on 2 contracts. Ended up closing one of the contracts out, let the other one kind of run, and now I'm wishing I would have closed both of them out because kind of pulled back. So still green on it, hoping that it, I hate to say that word. I hate to say that word. You'll see the shirt I'm wearing. Thanks to Treasure Trading. I told him I was going to make me a shirt today. So I just used the word that is not a strategy. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna go back real quick. Boom. Let me turn this music off. And I got the shirt on. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. And I'm gonna be hoping that this thing gaps down in the morning so I can get back in the green. But let's get back over here to TraderView. Out the gate, nice trade. We let that one play for a little while. And then you see it was a real scalpy kind of day. Just scalpy. We'll look at these and see if I was getting out where I should have been. Stopped out on Facebook. Took a full stop out on AMD, full plus some. And then you see all of our other green trades were just little small trades. And then took another hit on AMD. So AMD kind of got us in our pockets. We gave back some good little profits off of those there. But let's go ahead and get our charts pulled up and we'll get reviewing. All right, so we got our charts pulled up, and let's get seeing what we were looking at. And we will start off with CVX. CVX. Let's take a look at the big picture. Beautiful sell-off. Beautiful sell-off. Beautiful sell-off. And one thing I do want to, I'm going to go back to my thumbnail watch list real quick, just because I want to show y'all something. All right, there we go. So on my thumbnail watch list, I usually just have the VWAP on there, which is the gold, and then any price action lines. But this morning, everything was trading near a price action line or the VWAP, except Moderna. If you look down at the bottom, Moderna was just down here chopping around. And I made the comment that everything was trading near price action or the VWAP. And when I was looking at my thumbnail watch list, Moderna was just down here doing its own thing until I put it on my main screen where I could see all of my charts. Or I shouldn't say all the charts, but all the time frames for one particular stock. And I saw that it was trading right near the 50-day moving average. So I went and I dropped 50 moving averages on all of my charts that's on the thumbnail watch list. If you go back and look at my videos, it's always on the market charts. You'll always see this little teal line. But I went and I put it on all of my thumbnail watch list today. But another one I wanted you to take a peek at, look at Chevron. This was pre-market. And I'm going to go ahead and blow it up. I'll blow it up a little bit more. This was pre-market. This was like 916. Look what somebody did. They went in and put an order right up to the 50 moving average. So this order triggered, it sold, and then it came right back down to where it had been doing. So this big old gigantic top and tail is irrelevant. Somebody had an order in to sell way up here, and this thing just sold it way up there and then dropped all the way back down. So that just shows you though that institutions and other traders use that 50 moving average. So if you're not using it, you might want to think about using it. And like I said, I have mine's. It's a custom study that I made to where it's a 50 moving average set to an hourly time frame. So if you just drop the 50 moving average on a 2-minute chart, it's going to have the 50 set to a 2-minute time frame, and it's not going to give you these data points. So, and if anyone's interested and they use Thinkorswim, I can share it and make a link and probably put it in my next video. But let's get back to the business at hand, and we'll get the charts pulled back up, and let's get to looking at Chevron. So like I said, Chevron was gapping down this morning, opened up, nice bleed off, and we got in this thing at 935. Took a trade pretty much right off the open, solely based on it gapping. Solely based on it gapping down. So again, not gonna really see a pattern. Not gonna really see a pattern per se, because I'm getting in it based on what it was doing on the daily chart. So got in at 935 and got out of this contract at 1017 right there. So it made this excellent move down, and we got out as it was coming back up. And one of the gentlemen that I'm usually chatting with in the chat room had made the comment, like, because I told him that it was up, and he's like, you may want to think about taking something off the table. So ended up closing this contract, and then I closed one of the contracts in my other account. And like I said, I left the other one to run, and we see what this thing did. It pulled back, it got above the VWAP. Probably should have had a stop somewhere right around VWAP to where if it did come across it, we could just capture that profit. But I'm gonna say that word. We're gonna hope that it gaps down in the morning. We're gonna hope that it gaps down. Give us another good play on it. But that was our first trade out the box, and we made $120 on that trade. But while that one was working, we took a trade on Facebook. Let's see what we saw on Facebook. And we see the big picture on Facebook. Bled off, came back up right to VWAP, pushed down a little bit more, hit this area of support, bounced nicely back above the VWAP, kind of just chopped along. Made this move up. As always, you look to the left and you know your target at max is going to be up to here. But we see it didn't even make it up there. Let's come up here and see. So look at that. If you look over there to the right, right there, came right up to it and kind of chopped around. So I always make the comment, I love technical analysis. I'm a numbers guy, so I love when I can see this chart doing what it's doing. But let's see what we were doing. And I'm looking and it was not the right thing to be doing. So we bought a put right there. We bought a put right there. Top and tail, or I'm sorry, bottom and tail. So that's buyer stepping in. Indecision, indecision, indecision. And we buy a put. And the first put that we got out of, we made $2. And we got out at 10.04. So let's see where 10.04 was at. 10.04. We got out right there. Up, and it didn't drop an arrow, so let's do that again. We got out right up in this area here. So we got in right here. Definitely not a good entry because we don't really have anything up here to tell us where to set our stop at. So got in right there. This thing did make this move up here and then drop back down as it tested the VWAP. And got out right there. Got in these for 173. We sold this one for 175. Basically making our fees that TD Ameritrade is going to charge us. And then we got out of the next one at 10.19. Right as it comes up to the VWAP. Right when we know we're doomed. That this trade is not going to work. Not going to drink the hopium. And we lost $18 on that trade right there. So bad entry. Bad entry. And I'll say it one more time. Bad entry. All right. So next trade that we took was on AMD. Let's look at what AMD did. Man, look at that chart. You look at this chart and that's just money to the upside. Let's see what we were able to extract out of the trade. Let's see. So this one here, we got in at 10.26. 10.26. Where's 10.26? There's 10.26 right there. We just dropped 2 arrows too. So 10.26 right there. Back it back out. Somewhat get the big picture. So this thing had made a nice move. Here was a good entry right there. As this is kind of just consolidating along and then breaking the high of that one. Just looking at the chart. Nothing out to the left. Other than what was maybe out there the previous days, which is what these lines represent. This one here, this one was dropped on the chart fairly new. This one up here has been there for a while. We don't see where it kind of extends out. But we got in right there. And something must have made us fearful. And we took two contracts here. And we got out of these at 10.26. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. We got out right there. 2 contracts and we made $11 on this trade. $11. So we left all of this move here nothing is really saying to get out of that trade right there. So that's trading fearful. Not really, nothing about that says let's scalp that trade. But made $11. And we went back to Facebook. Went back to Facebook. Let's go back to Facebook. Initially, we played puts right here, which was not very bright, but we did it. And this time we played calls. And we purchased 3 calls at 10.28. Bam. 3 calls right there. Again, not a good entry because we are well extended on this move. Over here, we got junk. So we're buying into all kind of junk. And we got out of these 4 minutes later at 10:32. Right there. As this was coming back down. As this one is coming back down. And those 3 contracts we made $10 on. Made $10 on those 3. Again, not a good entry. Not a good entry. Even over here, nowhere to enter that as it bleeds off. But yeah, definitely was not a good entry. Let's come up to the 5 minute and take a look. Again, on the 5 minute, it's extended. It's extended. Want to give it some time to rest. So another one that was not a good entry, but we made a handful of dollars. Exactly 10 fingers. Next trade, we right back into AMD again. So let's come over here to AMD. After we missed this entire move right here, even though this was not a good entry, it's not a good entry. Missed all of that move. And we came back and we bought puts at 10.51. So let's see where 10.51 was. 10.51 as it was making this move back down. Again, the thought on this one, I won't say the hope. The thought on this one, and thought should not be a strategy either, I guess, was that this was going to come back down to at least half of this move. But the thing with that is, these are small individual choppy candles. When I'm trying to play this back down to here, they need to be full wide range candles. This move right here, maybe 3 wide range candles, 4 wide range candles, possibly 5 wide range candles. And then we might get a pullback to about half. But these little tiny choppy top and tail and bottom and tail candles, that's not really what I should have been planning on doing on that one. But we got in right there and we got out at 11:09. So where is 11:09? So we just let this play out and chop along. Got out of the first one right there. And then we got out of the next one a minute later. So nothing special, a minute later. And our entry was probably up here somewhere. We got in at 10:51.17. We made $16 on this trade. Made $16. So just a little in and out scalpy type trades. And the thing with that is doing that because the contracts are cheap at the moment. These are monthly contracts, but they expire this week. So they're priced like a weekly contract would be. But next one that we got in was right back into AMD. And we went right back into those things called puts, and we bought at 11.11. 11.11. Right there, because it was just about at the end of the 1 minute candle. So buying it to break. Buying it to break. Anticipating the break. Getting in the trade early before you get confirmation. Again, getting in here. Stop should be up at the top of these right here. Stop should be at the top. But again, the previous two candles are no indication to get in this trade. Previous two candles are not telling us to get in that trade. And we got out of this one at 11.28. And that's why we took a bigger loss. Let's see. But no, that's about where I said I should have had my stop. Right about there. We over it a little bit. But we lost $42 on this trade. $42. And these were cheap puts. 87 cents each. Paid $87 each, and we sold them for $66, causing us to lose $42. We just giving back all of that profit that we made on CVX. We could have just took that one trade and called it a day, and we would have been better than how we ended up. Would have been better than how we ended up. But went right back to the trading thing because we say we are a trader. So we gonna trade. That's what we gonna do. We a trader, so let's trade. And on this one here, we bought puts on Microsoft. Got in Microsoft at 11.36. Look at this thing. Why are you buying a put? Looking at the 1 minute chart, it's nothing but green candles. I'll tell you why after I click this button. Let's see. 11.36 is where we got in. 11.36. So we're getting in at the top. We're getting in at the top. Okay. Makes me feel a little better, but not really. Because again, this is not in my trading plan. This is just some stuff I didn't seen on this chart. And I said, let me see if I can make money doing it. But this is almost what I was saying about the other trade. Got one wide range, maybe two wide ranges, and then you got these little ones mixed in there. Should expect a pullback. It's kind of impressive movement. So we bought three. Oops, I'm sorry. We bought five. We bought five puts right here, expecting a quick little snap down. Paid 82 cents per contract. So $82 per contract. We sold these sold three of them at 11.47. Let's see where we getting out at. 11.47. Got out of three of them right there. Got out of three of them right there. $85. So we made $3 per contract. We made $9 whopping dollars. And then we sold the last two at 11.49. So 2 minutes later, we got out of those for the same amount, $85 more dollars, for a whopping $15. Made $15 on that trade. But look what it did. Pulled back. Bam. Bam. And I saw that. I watched this happen after getting out of those. I'm like, look at that. That's a $2 move right there in one candle. Let's go over the range. Actually, $1.46. So that candle's a $1.46 move. But we got out of the trade. Did not get what I wanted out of the trade because it was not really a good trade. And then our last trade of the day was on AMD, and AMD just kicked our butts. AMD just like had its way today. So let's see. We bought puts again. 12.16. 12.16. Again, not really trading anything in our playbook. This is not in our strategy. But if you look and you see, AMD hung out at the lower part of the channel. It came up to the top of the channel, came back down, came back up to the top of the channel. My wise idea is let's buy puts right there and let's ride this back down to the bottom of the channel. But guess what? AMD said, nah, we're not having that. Just because you think I'm going to do it, I'm not. And it just chopped around. And we stopped out of this thing at 104, 1304. 1304. Man, we were in this thing for a minute. 1304. That's going to be that candle up there. So came up, pushed back down, came back up, and we got out for a $29 loss. Did not want to take the chance on this thing breaking and just running. And we got out right there. $29 loss. And that was the end of our day as a trader. Yeah, we're a trader, so let's go ahead and trade and give back some of that profit we made. That's what we did today. But hope y'all enjoyed the review. If you hadn't already hit that like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. If you aren't subscribed, please think about subscribing. Once you do, hit that notification bell, click all, and come on over here and watch me take these trades. So you can be like, look around, that was not a good trade. That, like, what was you thinking? And I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest, I don't know what the heck I was thinking, but I took it. That's what I did. But we'll be back tomorrow. Planning. I'm not going to say hoping. We won't be hoping for a better day. We will be planning for a better day, because it's all about planning your trades and trading your plans. And keep an eye out. I will be opening up a Etsy store in the real near future, where you can get merchandise. I have shirts like these. I have mouse pads. One of my mouse pads that I have there. Day trading checklist. Build your watch list. Identify your pattern or setup. Enter with proper risk management. Watch price action like a hawk. Exit at target or stop loss. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Peace.